Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we have a reading for you about somebody that is feeling like they are ready to kind of like shed a skin or really like leave behind some kind of self-sabotaging behavior. So I feel like I'm going to have the urge to give you a high five in this reading because this is somebody who has freed themselves. It's like you were locked away, but just in your mind, and you found that key. You figured it out. You realized that you could change some sort of behavior here and it would impact your life. Now, this Five of Pentacles in the reverse, along with the Five of Swords in the reverse, tells me that because you are able to let go of this self-sabotaging energy, it's going to impact not just your finances, but the people that you want to have in your life. So maybe it's easier for you to make and retain friends. Maybe it's easier for you to have some sort of reunion with a person that you're in love with. But it's definitely going to impact your money. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I love it when it does that. It's like my favorite. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. What do we want to start with today, you guys? I think we're going to go with the Energy Oracle. Let's see what else we have. Also, apologies that I haven't posted anything on Curious Carmen. I plan to probably within like the next 2 days, and when I do, I'm going to try to do like 2 short stories, like several poems. So there'll be a smattering of videos all at once. Hello there, Consider the Ravens. How are you doing? Hello, Mr. Loverboy. How are you? Hello, Linnea Kia. How we doing? Besides that, thank you again for keeping me out of trouble with your personal reading requests. It's also just fun to like, I don't know, get to know more of you. So yeah, let's see. What else do we have? I told you your money's going to get better. But it's more than that. It's abundance in multiple ways. It's just for sure going to impact your money. This is number 31, by the way. I'm inclined to take this in the reverse, but it could be that you're still dealing with a little bit of anxiety right now. It's number 18. But I do feel like you're going to, in the near future, address this and feel much more stable or comfortable. This is The Truth Is. Hello there, Nancy. How are you? Love it. All right, what else do we have? Guarded, closed heart is holding your relationships back. So this is a big part of that self-sabotaging behavior, right? Now, this could have impacted your work life as well. But I feel like more importantly, this is like when you learn to open your heart to people that are trustworthy or people that want to, be good to you. The universe is going to acknowledge that, right? Things get easier on the other side of your life as well. You have toxic, unhealthy relationship patterns. All right, well, they're really hammering that home. Hi there, Peggy. How are you doing, hon? So we've got this understanding that whatever we were doing before, it really wasn't working. I need to open my heart. I need to be willing to let somebody in, or I need to change the type of person that I entertain. Oh, so it's not just that you're letting go of that. You already have somebody and you're avoiding them. We have power couple, building an empire is within reach for you, and avoiding or refusing to accept the reality of this connection. So, whoever you are, there's somebody here that's already a pretty good match for you, and you have met them at the very least. But you may not want to like fully accept that this is somebody that could challenge you in really important ways and be a good support for you. So, there's a need here to just kind of like be more accepting of the reality in front of you, I guess. We have both the capacity to wear rose colored glasses and I don't know, shall we call them? No, we won't. We can also look at life and assume everything is dreary and awful and terrible. And we need to be able to recalibrate that, right? We want to be honest with ourselves. The filter on the camera has to be at nothing, right? What am I really looking at? Is there a zit on my face? Cool. I'll deal with that. Like be honest. What is it? And this person is being challenged to accept that there's somebody that would be a really good partner. Six of Swords, Page of Cups, Six of Wands. Okay. So we had two fives. They came out at the same time. And now we have two sixes coming out at the same time. Maybe this is indicative of two peas in a pod kind of energy, right? This is so interesting. Okay, so it's talking about a power couple that's building an empire, right? So last night I watched Lucy and Desi, and oh my God, did I love it so much. Obviously, Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz made quite an impact on the film industry or TV industry, if we want to get specific with it. A lot of people don't realize they were tied to like Hogan's Heroes, Star Trek. They dealt with a lot. And then I think their studios were eventually sold to Paramount. But Desi Arnaz kind of like created how like the format for television. So I feel like there's something here about the two of you having very interesting skill sets that not just like you have things in common, but you have things that enrich each other. So maybe you handle different elements of like home remodeling. One of you's really good at design, one of you's really good at like, using the saw. Whatever it is, there is this capacity that you have where the two of you, when you are together, you are greater than the sum of your parts, right? So this Page of Cups, this is an offer. And the Six of Wands is, I think, both a sense of confidence and determination, but also maybe even an acknowledgement that if this were to be a thing, that the two of you would be successful. Maybe we've even talked about having a business together or something along those lines. We have the Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Wands in the reverse, Ten of Pentacles. So there's been a slowdown in finances on both sides. And it might be kind of staggered in terms of time. Like one person might have been dealing with it earlier on and then is coming out of it, and another person is still kind of like working to come out of that. But we have this sense of, I've been investing in things and it hasn't really like gotten me what I wanted, right? Hello there, Nicholas. Hello, Walker. How are you? Hello, Tracy. Oh, thank you. That really means a lot. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh, that's really cool, Peggy. Yes, they do, but that's okay. Be jealous all day. I mean, don't. Like, if people want to waste their time with jealousy when there are so many other things you could do with your time and your energy, I guess that's on them. But I challenge all of you to remember that that's just like a waste of your time. There's so many other cool things you could be doing. Yes, that's very true. Hello there, Miriam. How are you doing? Oh, that's so kind. Yeah, the people in my live chat, Tracy, are pretty exceptional. So enjoy. So this Eight of Wands in the reverse, this can talk about a lack of communication. This can talk about inaction. It could talk about both. But I feel like it's like things were put on slow motion to really kind of like make it clear to somebody. You're meant to pivot. You're meant to change things up. You're meant to really consider what it is that you have invested and where you want to continue to invest your time and energy, because some things just like are not worth it, right? Some things are. So we have Four of Pentacles in the reverse and Death in the reverse. 10 of Swords in the reverse. We could have somebody that, because of this closed heart, was pretty frequently the one that would walk away or end things. You're getting too close. I don't want you to know who I truly am. Or, I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want to fall in love. So I'm going to just kind of like let go. But they're getting rid of this self-sabotaging energy, right? So whoever you are getting some sense of recovery or healing. And it's putting you in a position where you're able to be much more successful. So you might have thought it was kind of like small potatoes, not a big deal for you to work on your heart, especially if you've been really focused on your bag, trying to make money, trying to be successful. Some people don't realize that in your pursuit, whatever it might be, you may encounter things along the way that are important to also learn or do or experience, whatever it is, right? I was just talking to my dad the other day, and we were talking about how education is changing because of like social media and, I don't know, of course, like Chat GPT. And for those that don't know, my dad's worked in, I don't think I've ever actually mentioned it. He's worked in academia most of his life, as well as being a man of the faith. So anyways, basically talked about how when I was going through like high school, for example, or college, I feel like I had to be a little bit more of a digger or like an investigator to really get the information I was trying to get for a project or a quiz I was studying for. And along the way, I would learn other things that were really valuable to me or would help frame my perspective differently, right? And maybe things are a little bit too easy for us to find. Like if I can just Google exactly what I need to know, I'm not going to read the whole Wikipedia, right? That kind of vibe. We have somebody here that is realizing that the whole experience of life is important in terms of success, that you can't just focus on money or success or notoriety or whatever it is, right? That there's a need to be open to others, to connect to others, and that it enhances the thing that's been so important to them, right? Hi there, Jimmy. How are you? Love you too. It was incredible. So I've watched the one with Nicole Kidman, and I liked that one a lot too. But this was like the voices of Desi, the voices of Lucille, and also other people like Carol Burnett and Lucy and Desi's daughter. Trying to think of who else. Barbara Streisand. There's a lot of really cool like video clips too. So yeah, I loved it. But there was this creative bond between them, right? I feel like there's something here creatively or something that you're both inspired by. This could be for some of you, your religion, some sense of spirituality, maybe even just an appreciation for things like hiking or fishing, because that can be a spiritual experience, right? But we have this connection that somebody hasn't felt elsewhere, and they're realizing it could actually be really important for them to open their heart for that. Knight of Wands in the reverse. Five of Wands. This feels like someone else who is interested in the same person. We have the Knight of Wands in the reverse, Five of Wands. Five of Wands is like competition, right? Knight of Wands in the reverse might be a little bit more of like a physical attraction. Why is this person entering the equation? Let's look at the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Nine of Wands in the reverse. Eight of Pentacles. It kind of feels like we've got a third party, someone else who's interested in the same person. So this would be like, presumably like Lucy, right? But there's someone else who's interested who I think was rejected or felt like there was really probably not a lot to pursue there because this love interest was so focused on their work. Like, nah, that's cute and all, but no thanks. It's not this connection. Page of Wands in the reverse. Ace of Swords in the reverse. So we have somebody finding out the truth here. It's like this person is hearing, like, okay, so if you are no contact or you're not really diving into the emotional conversations or discussions right now, if there's a sense that the Six of Wands individual here is trying to figure out whoever I closed my heart off to, this person that I would potentially be a power couple with, are they still like interested? Are they talking to other people? It's like they probably just expected bad news. They expected to hear they'd already messed it up. You know, I've pushed this person away, right? But it's like somebody else who approached this person was rejected. And this love interest was like, yeah, no, we might not be like a thing, but I'm still kind of in love with them, or I'm still kind of hung up on them. I don't know if I'm really interested in what you're offering. That's okay. Let's go with the Golden Lenormand. So there's this consideration or this thinking happening, right? And that could be associated with somebody who has had some anxiety on the love side, right? So if I was feeling like I had, kind of ruined something that I actually did want because I was closing my heart off to the idea of a relationship. And then I heard maybe a little sense of hope from somebody like, nah, I got rejected. So they still like you. This person may feel like even though they've gone through a lot, or even though there's been a lot of, obstacles, that there's hope for a new chapter. I do feel like there's been some sense of ego death here, right? Letting go of self-sabotaging, often tied to an ego death. We have number 23, which is the mice. And number 18, which is the dog. So this is a sense of a loss of loyalty. This is what someone was worried about. So this other person who is interested in their love interest was like, nah, I got told, thanks, but no. So this person is wondering, have I lost this opportunity or have I not? We need some tarot. We're going to go with a ghost tarot. Strength and High Priestess in the reverse. Yeah, there was a temptation here. Knight of Wands in the reverse. This can be like kind of more of that physical energy, right? So maybe there's a physical attraction, but this person was like, I don't know. I think it's probably a bad idea. So even though I think you look great, I'm just going to have to stay at home and watch some I Love Lucy. Hi there, Grant. How are you doing? Hi, Carrie. How are you? Hello, Matt. Welcome. Hello, Miss Sierra. How we doing? Hello, Michael. So we have the Ten of Swords and the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, so I feel like I would regret if I did that, or I feel like that wouldn't really be a good move. So I'm just going to chill by myself. Kind of feels like a little bit of a rejection, right? For this person who wasn't going to be there for a long time, just for a good time. Five of Pentacles in the reverse, Page of Wands. So because this rejection is somehow communicated or found out by our Six of Wands individual, we have a feeling of hope, or, okay, well, because we had the Five of Pentacles before, right? Well, maybe I could reach out, or maybe there's another chapter, right? How's it going, Robert? How are you? Yeah, this is amusing. I want to know how this got communicated. Like, maybe it's just a matter of like observing people's social media, but this feels more like somebody was having a conversation like, nah, I got shot down. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Hierophant. Yeah, it feels like the response was, yeah, that would be like fun and all, but I don't think it would be the right thing to do. And there's a different connection that I'm more interested in. Or maybe even, you know, sorry, I just have like this really big crush on someone you know, or someone else, someone from my past. King of Pentacles. Queen of Wands in the reverse, Tower in the reverse. I think somebody told this Six of Wands, who is our King of Pentacles. Remember not to get too hung up on the gender, right? Somebody told this King of Pentacles that their love interest was not going to, you know, like avoid the side missions. With the Queen of Wands in the reverse, this is under our Ace of Swords in the reverse, right? It's like somebody was thinking about whether or not to make a love offer. They were told a lie, and that's why they rejected this love, because they assumed the person they were interested in was not really loyal, or maybe not really ready to commit. But they're finding out from somebody else that this person is really just only interested in pursuing connections with people where they see a long-term potential. So this Page of Swords in the reverse, it's like, okay, well, now I understand what the truth is. And I realize the Tower in the reverse, I realized that there was an issue here that I caused myself by believing something that I didn't really like flesh out or like validate, right? Eight of Cups. Fool. Wheel of Fortune. So there's just this like kind of, I don't know, mirroring happening with the Six of Wands, King of Pentacles energy and their love interest. We can call them strength for now. This person, well, both of them really, they've walked away from unhealthy relationship patterns, and they've demonstrated that, right? There's an awareness here, perhaps, of the other one having conquered that kind of self-sabotage. With the Wheel of Fortune, there's a lot of abundance or change that feels like life-changing on multiple fronts, because somebody was able to say, that's not really my thing. I shouldn't do that anymore. I'm going to be a little bit more, I don't know, practical. Ten of Wands and the Devil in the reverse. So if there was anyone that got external validation in order to just kind of like compensate for self-esteem issues, that's no longer a thing. If there's somebody who ran away from significant love interests because they just, you know, kind of freaked out, we've dealt with that. If we had somebody that, you know, liked to maybe stay single because it made them feel like they were more in control, we've addressed that. Now we have the Ten of Pentacles. I've realized that what I really want is companionship, or I really want to build a future, build a home, build an empire, apparently, with somebody, because you really could, right? Sometimes it's worth sacrificing that short-term gratification for long-term, right? Almost always is, but we can talk about that. It's, whatever. This is the Meta Muse. Hello there, Barbara. How are you doing? Was it really? Well, at least it's memorable, right? Thank you for clarifying, Grant. Did I miss saying hello to a Rhoda? Hello, Rhoda. How are you? Hello, RT. How are you? Hello, Lightheart Alchemist. Delayed gratification is indeed. Totes worth it. How's it going, Louie? I hope you're having a good day. All right, what else do we have? 5 of Cups. 6 of Cups. So now I feel bad because I walked away from something that was real. I assumed that it was not, or I assumed that it was just, I'm really attracted to you. But it turns out I actually feel this really strong connection. They're starting to acknowledge that they were ignoring that connection. They're starting to realize that even at a distance, it's difficult to avoid feelings. So even if they've ghosted or, tried to not see you, think about you, it's tough. We have the 4 of Pentacles. So this person had been keeping this secret. They didn't, broadcast it to their friends or ask for advice, perhaps because they felt like there wasn't really anything that could be done to salvage it or address what happened. And because somebody lied to them, King of Swords in the reverse. Now, for some of you, this person lied to themselves and just convinced themselves, you're not really as awesome as I want to believe you are. So if I am scared and I walk away, that's okay. I'm going to challenge each and every one of you to never get in your own way. Is something going to make you happy? Have you considered how it impacts, your life, the consequences, the people around you? Because if you have, and you don't see a reason to not, if it makes you happy, do it. Don't buy into illusions because you're scared to be happy. This is somebody realizing I can actually let somebody in because I trust them. We have the Emperor and the Ace of Swords, a desire to reclaim one's power, one's voice, and tell the truth. With a sense of urgency, it looks like. Maybe there's a feeling that this needs to happen quickly. Maybe they just really miss you. If there's a need to travel, it doesn't look like that would really be an issue. This person has really worked on themselves. They're working on a new beginning because of love. So this is one of those interesting decks that kind of steps out of the norm because it has this Tree of Life card. You don't read it in the reverse, by the way, but it's indicative of somebody who's going through or went through a dark night of the soul, spiritual awakening, whatever you want to call it, eco death. This person's willing to take a chance or take a risk because they have some validation here. I think they were not expecting. It gives them hope. All right, let's get a few from the Overthinkers Oracle. Yes, and be quick about it. All right, so we have unfaithful cheater. I wish I could go back in time. I would have treated you better. So let's keep in mind, this is a general reading. You're going to know how this unfaithful cheater applies. If that was something you had to work on, if that was something they had to work on, if one of you ended up consistently finding yourself in relationships where you were cheated on. There's something here about a block to love or a block to, being ready for that relationship because there was some cheating. But we also have this loyalty card. So I do feel like the two of you are loyal to each other. I mean, we had somebody turn down a booty call. Let's call it what it is. Okay, guys? Let's do that. I never meant to hurt you. I was so immature. And new divine connection coming soon. Cool it. I know why there's a sense of urgency. I'm sorry. One of my favorite audio clips ever is Johnny Depp saying, cool it. So I'm going to use it whenever I can. Okay. And you're just going to have to deal with it. Hi there, John. How are you doing? Did I say hello to Jenny? What's up, Jenny? Hello, Joe. Welcome. All right. So there's somebody else. It might not even be this person over here. Oh, Lordy. This one's scandalous, you guys. It's not over. You belong to me. Oh, really? I feel terrible for ghosting you and not having the courage to say what needed to be said. We have unrequited love. I think this is the third party. Now, I don't know that it's really at that love thing, but I think this person found out that there was someone that got rejected. And it's making them realize they don't really, or maybe kind of cement for them that they don't want to be a player. They're ready to commit. I miss how our relationship used to be. Starseed sent from the cosmos. You can't stop fate. All right, one more. And incoming communication. This is the hidden truth. Wait, what's going on? Ooh, you think so? Yeah, Robert, I think that's a pretty solid timeline there. All right. Let's do that. I'm not over you. I see life differently now. I find you so attractive. And I feel the sexual tension. Ah, you two are thinking about each other. LOL. It's like you can feel it. I saved your texts and messages, and I trusted you. I think this person is realizing they pushed someone away even though they did trust you. I don't really get the sense they've stopped trusting you because we did have the dog come out, right? It talks about loyalty and trust. I think they're realizing I let somebody else tell me not to trust you. And that was maybe not the wisest of moves. This is the Romance Angel Oracle. Oh, thank you. Azucena? I don't know if I'm saying that right. I went to Spanish in my head, and I don't know if that's... Where is it? You'll have to tell me how to pronounce it, is really what I should be saying. We have attraction. I think we already knew that, right? I find you so attractive. I feel the sexual tension. Oh, this might be the new. There's someone else who's attracted. And then we've got true love and heart-to-heart conversations. So it's kind of like a race against time here in terms of who has this heart-to-heart conversation first. I don't think it's the person who got rejected. I think there's somebody else as far as this new divine connection coming in. There's that like kind of falling in love stage that's eventually going to happen with a new divine connection, unless this Six of Wands, King of Pentacles decides to have their heart-to-heart conversation probably first. All right, this is the Kipper, and then I think we'll call it a day. Journey in the reverse, official person, and despair. So this person who is our Six of Wands, you have this very strong connection with somebody, and if you don't make a move, if you don't take that journey, if you don't open your heart, you end up as this not so happy looking person here. Oh, I'm definitely going to have to check that out. I think I maybe have seen like clips or pictures of that. Fun fact, Jurassic Park is my favorite book. It's really hard to like commit to that, but I so loved reading that book. Yeah. There's others too. Lost World is cool, but like Jurassic Park itself is just so good. I should reread that. The movie's cool too. The newer ones are kind of like meh. I lied. I'm gonna get a few from the situation sec. It's my favorite deck, okay? But really though, if you like to read, check out Jurassic Park, because what I really liked about it was like all the science. It wasn't just like well written, it was like informative and had a plot and was slightly different from the movie. You know, it's pretty awesome. Oh, I definitely encourage you to. It's good. I really should learn to read. Yes, Grant, you should. We have the Archangel Michael. What's protected? Ooh. Okay, so you're getting warnings because whoever you are, King of Pentacles, you are at risk of losing something that would make you happy. We know about this, right? Because we have this mouse card next, or mice next to loyalty. There's a risk of losing loyalty. Roller coaster. Yeah, this is clarifying despair. There's a risk of depression here unless somebody has a conversation to clear the air about some gossip. So that seems pretty validating there. We got our marching orders, you guys. You resonate with that King of Pentacles, Six of Wands. Things are going to improve for you. You've got money coming to you. You've got a happy life that you can kind of like walk into. But the price of admission is this conversation that you need to have where you open up your heart. No biggie. You got this. I believe in you. You really do got this. Like, if it helps, write it down. I've even literally written it on like note cards so that I could picture it because I have a really good like recall of what I've written down, just so that I could kind of like be a little bit more, I don't want to say like robotic, but like kind of disassociate myself a little bit from the words that were really difficult for me to say. Now I want you to embrace the words that you're saying, but find a way to say them is what I'm really saying. At the end of the day, I think you'll find that it is incredibly delicious to speak and not be fearful about it. Just like own it. You know, you are who you are. You want what you want. You're going to say what you want. You're going to be respectful. But like, you know, get a girl, get a girl. All right, I'm done. I love you all. Thank you for checking out the merch shop. Thank you for checking out my second channel. The links are in the description box below, as is my email if you would like to request a personal reading. I still have the $5 one question offer because you guys are eating that. Oh, and I like it. All right. I love you all. I'll see you on the next reading. Toodles.